So as we move to watch pole man, rear wheel 72 man try and get off pole in the began, so it should get off quite well. Revs rising. Flagman's waving it away. Dixon gets a really good start in four-wheel drive. Scooby gets a good start as well. Goodwood, very tight twisty circuit, so it's going to be important for everyone just to take it nice and steady in these opening exchanges. Someone's off already. Oh, there's chaos at the back. We're just going to have to go and have a look at this. So we'll just jump on board with Adey G. So it looked like he was a bit unsighted by Audi Ferry up ahead, and yeah, he just all got a little bit close, I'm afraid. So Adey G's all the way down to 11th then. Start Audi Ferry on the back of Dixon in the NSX. A bit further back we've got P, Scooby and Shadowhunter all very close together. The Megane, a popular choice for this circuit in particular. It is the car that I went with. But P in the Alfa Romeo, also a very, very strong choice. So we'll see how he gets on during the race. Chris Mack up to 10th with Adey G going off. Side by side now is Thundercat and P. Thundercat in the Megane is probably going to have a slight pace advantage, but P's going to have the inside line. Do any of them give any quarters coming into here? Thundercat just looks to back out of that one. P takes the inside line, he's going to have the corner. Dixon just got past Fabuki there. Fabuki just taps the wall. Dixon just runs it a little bit wide. Oh, it's all getting a little bit scrappy now. Shellshock had a run now on Audi Ferry. He's going to have the inside line. Audi Ferry's down to 5th now. The American gets his way up into 4th in the NSX, so he's had a good opening lap. Dixon defending to Fabuki. Of course, all this fighting is just letting rear wheel 72 man escape at the front. A minute, Dixon in that Lamborghini, which I was just gonna say, and I'm glad he's beat me to it by going off-roading. I was just gonna say it won't handle as well as the Meganes will. He's just fighting himself back on circuit though. Scooby did well to avoid that. Things do seem to be calming down ever so slightly now. Adey G looking to haul himself off the back of the grid. Just get past Chris Mack. Chris Mack seemed to, in fairness, just make that really easy for him. Sorry I'm flicking around so much. It's the curse of the opening laps as we just see Thundercat go wide. That's going to make him, oh, he has to go to the escape road. Handles that really beautifully, but unfortunately it's a very slow process, and that's going to put him right at the back of the grid now. So Thundercat with it all to do. Fortunately for him, he's got a lot of time in which to do it. First place has well and truly evaporated into dust. Love the logo on the back of your car there, Scooby. That is high class graphics, mate. Love it, absolutely love it. Scooby's in a Hungarian sandwich. He's got Audi Ferry up ahead of him and P and Dixon behind. Scooby just gets the exit of that corner. Very easy to do that as well. Very easy just to run two wheels on the grass, and you just have to get out of it. So that does let P up to 5th. Adey G up to 7th, but Dixon's had an off somewhere. So is Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter with it all to do. Dixon is probably just going to struggle in that Lamborghini. He's probably throwing this race away, in fairness, and kind of not on purpose, but knowing that St. Croix is his better opportunity. And St. Croix, of course, is the track that naturally follows this one. That'll be covered in a separate video to come in the next few days. Goodwood, not a track that is driven a lot. Not a lot of drivers drive this casually. A few people will have done laps around it before, but most of the time, I'd imagine this is the first time a lot of these guys have had league races here. It's certainly a new track to the GTTCC. And in the ascendancy at the minute is rear wheel 72 man. He's just pulling an ever increasing gap to Fabuki behind. He was pretty much a second quicker, oh no, not a second quicker, about 2 or 3 times quicker than that. Fabuki, importantly, isn't getting much pressure from behind and setting purple sectors himself now, so the Amazon man is looking to deliver himself at least into the higher podium finishing places. Shellshock's still definitely in there. Shellshock's got Audi Ferry for company though, the 2 NSXs. Fighting for third at the minute, a little bit further behind them. Scooby has lost the attentions of Dixon and Pete. Dejku's managed to get himself up to 6, and Dejku's had a great opener to this one. He's just kept his nose clean. Obviously the opening lap, I don't think he was at fault for that, he just got caught out by the cars in front. But he's driven superbly clean since then. So Dejku, 6th place for him, Dixon's following him up, 7th P. Just seems to be having some problems with the track at the minute. Shadowhunter trying to launch himself on the back of the Alfa Romeo. Going full send into St Mary's. The Alpha's just going to have a little bit more manoeuvrability. Oh, and he's got very, very scrappy there. Very, very scrappy indeed. I don't know whether, obviously I'm not going to call anything out on stream, it's not my job as a commentator. Thundercat then. Good few laps from Thundercat. Not forget he was taken to the escape road a lap or so ago, and now he is up to 9th. So he's had a good little opening exchange. The spread of the field is starting to go now a little bit, so we're starting to see gaps evolve between cars. I can't say that Goodwood is a track where you're going to see a lot of side-by-side action. As you've noticed, it's very easy to make a mistake. You dib up, you even think about touching a wheel on the grass here, and you are a goner. You're going for a long off-road adventure. So a lot of drivers taking it very carefully. And yeah, so I can't promise it's going to be the most exciting video ever, but we'll certainly try and give it some coverage. Meanwhile, rear wheel 72 man sets yet another fastest lap of the race, and yet another purple sector as we come through to the end of the 6th lap. He's now got a decent lead over Fabuki. And he just looks to be controlling this from the front. We'll see how pit stops work out, whether some drivers choose to pit or not. As Fabuki just picks the fastest lap of the race, and so he's certainly the man in the ascendancy at this minute in time. Yeah, some cars, you could make a no-stop work here, because it's not exactly a high-deck track. So a no-stop is certainly doable. See the battle for third still raging on between Shellshock and Audi Ferry. And Fabuki's not actually dropping them that quickly, but they are dropping Scooby in 5th at quite a pace. Fabuki still manages to hold on to the back of rear wheel 72 man as we see just goes through the final chicane just now. Oh, Fabuki just he's just dropped a rear wheel on the curb down, that sent the car around, so that's Fabuki into 4th now. That accident's cost him a good 3-4 seconds that lap, so he's dropped all those places down. He's got dirty tyres as well, so he's got to be careful this lap. So that promotes the American Shellshock to 2nd, and the Hungarian Audi Ferry into 3rd place at the minute. Fabuki still in 4th, not a million miles behind those guys, so all is not yet lost. Monsieur Scooby in the green machine, 5th place for him at the minute, with Dejku not far behind. Dejku's having a superb race. Dixon, 7th place for Dixon. He's had a bit of an off-road adventure once or twice. He's seen just go off-road a little bit more again there. Shadowhunter trying to chase Dixon down, sort of on his own now, Shadowhunter, with Chrissy Mack behind. Chrissy Mack using the Subaru's 4x4 capabilities to their full advantage. unfortunately, P's just made his way past in the little Italian Alpha. He's also having a little bit of P's off. Yeah, barriers. There you go. Spectators at the side of the road, completely unfazed by a car out of control wheeling towards them. Thundercat's doing the same. So Thundercat's having some sympathy drifts for P up ahead. I think we just missed Thundercat going off at the last lap because he did a 1:24. That I was pitted early. I think he might have pitted early actually. So, has anyone else? What's that? Dixon, yeah, Dixon's off road again. He loves it. There you go, mate. Lambo's 4x4 as well, so it'll cope with it. Goodwood certainly was a bit of a leveller. One man taking full advantage of the levelling at the minute is Adey G. So he's having a great race, very, very consistent. If you look at his times on the right hand side there, he's lapping within sort of a couple of tenths of each lap, every lap. He's reeling Scooby up ahead now, who's again Scooby's still quite consistent, so nothing to be said about consistency for these guys. They're certainly driving quite well. And Fabuki still trying to catch up to Shell-Shock and Audi Ferry up ahead. Mr. Real 72 man, do apologise mate, you're not going to get a ton of coverage in this one. Because when you're winning by that much, it's a little bit boring, I'm afraid. So we'll check in on you from time to time just to see if you're okay. Let's see how the 4x4 drivers are doing. So Dixon and Shadowhunter very close. On track, there's always fireworks when these two come together. In fact, two cars with very different abilities there. So the Lamborghini is a quick car, but it's not as good in the corners as the Megane. Even though there's been a balance of performance update just before the races, which gave the Megane a lot more weight, about 100 kilos more weight. Really made the front end just wash out quite severely. I don't know what the Lambo had, I can't remember if it had anything, but the Meganes were one of the, call it nerfed. It was basically nerfed because it was quite a good car before. So no one's pitted yet, but we're not quite at the halfway point. 14 minutes into this one, so unless Thundercat pitted, and I don't know if he did, I'm not going to go and check. We've not had any pit stoppers yet. Like I said before, non-stops are possible. You do get a lot of left front wear. As Thundercat goes for another off-road adventure. But it's manageable, you know, it's pretty manageable, especially in these lightweight cars that we've got. So just while we've been away, we've had one or two pit stoppers. Fabuki came in, he's dropped down to 6th now, so that relieves the pressure on these two just a little bit. Promotes Scooby up into a net 4th, Adey G into a net 5th, with Fabuki chasing him down. Dixon did pit as well, so he's not lost a position, he's just dropped a little bit further back. Oh, we're just in a position change. What happens? Audi Ferry's following Shell-Shock. Shell-Shock's on the brakes a lot, he just loses the back ends, and yeah, he's gone all agricultural on us as well. Resume the race in 3rd, might see him dive into the pits now. That's exactly what he does. No one else quite yet pitting. Chris Max had another little off-road adventure. It cost him a little bit of time, but at the same point, I think he's one of the ones that probably hasn't driven Goodwood that much because just doesn't seem that confident. Thundercat, I think he thinks he's a Land Rover at the minute. He's spending more time off-road than on it, but again, Goodwood. There was a few raised eyebrows when it got announced that this was in the schedule for this year. Just flicking through, seeing if there's anything doing. Oh, Pete and Chris Mack side by side. Chris Mack just backed out of that one though, and you can go too wide from there, but the slightest bit of contact, you send the car into oblivion. So you really need to have confidence. P, however, again, just cooks it a little bit too much. And off he goes. Recovers it well though. So Fabuki, hoping the king of all undercuts works for him. He's kind of reliant now, as we see Shell Shot pit. He's kind of reliant now on the tyres of the cars ahead going. Shell Shot's going to be wishing the same thing because he's given up second position basically. Well, third because he got off there. So Fabuki now with fourth and third in his sights. A little bit further up is Audi Ferry. Of course, another 11 minutes or so left of this one, so to be brutally honest, mistakes can happen and anything can change just yet. P does pit. P pits. Saw someone in the pits there. Let's see if Real 72-man dips into the pits. He's not pitted yet. He's probably got a pit stop in him. Yeah, no, he carries on. Well, what's his lap time's been? 15.5 for that one, 15.6, so he's not losing. Yeah, he might as well stay out. Audi Ferry, another one who has not yet pitted. He's starting to dip into the 16s though, so indications that his tyres are starting to cook a little bit. Scooby's still in the 15, so he's doing fine. Fabuki's had another. Oh, Fabuki, mate, what have you done? So Fabuki's following Dajku. Dajku does dip into the pits. He just overcooks it at the chicane. Yeah, and that'll send you back round. Oh, and into the pit entry. Oh my days! And then Shell Shock. He's just going to come by and go, thank you, I love that. So the American up to fourth now after his pit stop. Decent old gap to Scooby up ahead. So Fabuki's got the work to do now. Dajku on fresh, cold tyres, going off-road. Come on Dajku mate, willing you on, honestly. Dixon up to seventh now. He's been in the pits, obviously. Chris Mack in 8th after Shadowhunter dips himself into the pits. He's now down in 9th. He's got Off-Road King, King of the Green Lanes, appropriately sponsored by Gardening Company. Well, he's been doing a lot of that this race. Thundercat in 10th and P in 11th. Struggling to work out who P's sponsored by. M&M, no, he's got a little M&M logo on his car. Right then, so this is how it's lying at the minute. There's been quite a few gaps between all the cars, so things are going to have to change in the next few minutes in order to give me something to talk about. So we'll see what happens. Who's in with a heated battle for 4th place? Shell Shock and Fabuki. Oh, we can see on the mini-map there's a bit of an incident, so we're just going to roll this one back and just see what that was. That's Thundercat and P. Thundercat dips 2 wheels on, so does P. Chris Mack sympathetically drives off the road as well. There he is. There you go. Cameraman lost him for a minute there. Hey, that's, you know what? That's the thumbnail. Right, 23 minutes. That's good. You have won the thumbnail competition, Mr. Mack. Yeah, so there's no contact there. Just Goodwood. Doing Goodwood things. P is coming up to be lapped by Rebel 72 man, who I've got to say has had a brilliant race. Just bang, 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 same lap times every single damn time. Yeah, to be fair, there's a lot of people that are having really good races. 2 guys with mixed fortunes though, Shell Shock and Fabuki. They've both had little offs and incidents. But they have kept their noses clean in other aspects, so they are battling for good point scoring positions here. 2 drivers with a lot of respect for each other as well. Shell Shock goes defensive. Fabuki tries to hang one round the outside. Oh, he gets it. Oh, that's an overtake. Oh, bye, have a nice time. That's... If you've not submitted that for Overtake of the Week, Fubuki, I don't know what you're doing, mate. That was a stunner. Cut the exit. But what an overtake. Anyway, I'll stop fawning over that and carry on with my job. So, Dixon in the Lambo, flexing on the circuit. He's using the four-wheel drive capabilities. A lot of people doing that, but they're gathering it up quite nicely, so he does the same thing. His arch nemesis does another car backwards as well. What was that? Oh, it's P again. His arch nemesis Shadowhunter Dixon's comes to start his 20th lap. He's had a bit of a mixed race as Shadowhunter. He struggled for the consistency that he can normally deliver. So he's down in 8th at the minute, being chased down by Off-Road King. I wonder if Andy Douglas, his sponsor's just been telling him, like, if you go and mess up all the stuff at Goodwood, I'll go down there and quote him for new turf. I bet that's his strat. Anyway, Chris Mack's been flexing his off-road muscle as well. 10th for Chris Mack, so he's made the best of a bad track, to be fair. P, I don't know what P's been doing this time now. I don't know. So we've got 4-ish minutes left. I might as well just stick with it, to be fair, and just carry the last 4 minutes on. Real 72 man is 21st lap now, coming towards the end of that. Started the lap people already. Audi Ferry not too far behind him with Scooby for company, so the battle for second still potentially on. The battle for fourth as well until he's simmered down. Fubuki got past Shell Shot in a minute. Wow. Sorry, I don't normally like to traverse things, but this is interesting. Did Fubuki just overcook it at T1? Yeah, he's gone too deep, we can tell already. Yeah, he's just cooked it at T1. And once you're out there for good. It's like Narnia, it's like a cupboard to Narnia. You go in, you ain't going back out quickly. Congrats to Dejku as well, man. I mean, I know the race isn't over yet, so we could cook it into a tree, but Dejku's having a right banging, mate. Great stuff, Dejku. I'm happy for you, mate. Nice P again, look. He loves it. He loves it. Gotta love it. Goodwood. I say that somewhat sarcastically. So let's just give Rear Wheel 72 man some love. He's not had a ton of it this time around because, well, he's led from the front since the very beginning and has not been challenged all race. It's coming up to lap Chris Mack, I feel again. I feel there's a back already, I don't know. Can't remember what lap's Chris Mack on. Let's have a look. So Chris Mack's on lap 21, yeah, so he's coming up to lap him again. So on board the Rear Wheel 72 man, Chris Mack gets out of the way. So Rear Wheel 72 man, worth pointing out, hasn't pitted. And you can tell just how smooth he's been with his inputs. Just keeping it nice and calm, not stressing the tyres out too much. Doesn't even sound like he's ever fully braking. Just sort of 20-30% brakes the entire way round. Still in the mid to high 15s, I'd say. So doing a grand job. He's a Rear Wheel 72 man, a well-earned victory for him so far anyway. Could all yet go wrong, but he's doing a good enough job. A good race for Adey Ferry as well. He's we've not spoken too much about him, but again he's just kept it clean and consistent. Absolutely no dramas from Adey Ferry. He's just lapped and lapped and lapped, and has not let curse of Goodwood bites him in the backside just yet. Scooby, another good performance from Scooby. As it stands, third place for him. A good result by all accounts in the green machine. Shellshock and Fubuki might view these races as missed opportunities. They've both raced well in big parts. Have both probably had too many incidents to be on the podiums though. So 4th and 5th are good results for these guys as it stands, given the track we're on. Adey G, we've already said, great race for Adey G. That's the first mistake I've seen him make, to be honest. So yeah. Dixon, 7th for Dixon. Then he is being gathered up by Shadowhunter. So Shadowhunter is lapping at the minute 2 seconds a lap quicker than Dixon is. Don't forget, Shadowhunter did pit a little bit later than Dixon, and McGann does hold on to his tyres a little bit better. So we'll see if he can make good with that later on in the race. Thundercat probably just be glad when this one's over. So will Chris Mack, and P might need a stiff drink after this one as well, or at least his mechanics will, because that car's going to need some work. Let's focus in on this battle then, because this is the on-track action to look at a minute. The battle for 7th between Dixon and Shadowhunter. The tyres on that Lamborghini will be screaming in agony right now as the drivers come on to start their final lap of the race. Dixon does just get the exit wrong. He's going to have slightly dirty tyres now. Shadowhunter might be able to get a little bit of a run on him. Doesn't look close enough to make a move right now, but he's got a lap to do it. Let's check in. As Real 72 man comes to cross the line, he's going to take the win. Well done to you, my friend. Brilliant result by Real 72 man. Audi Ferry is going to come home to claim 2nd place in the end. Well done to you, my friend. Same goes for Scooby. So there's your podium finishers. Love the slam of the handbrake as well, mate. Thank you very much for that. Shellshock Fubuki, very close in the end between these two guys. They're typically close on track, so 4th and 5th for them. Adey G, 6th place for Adey G then. Is he going to give it a slack? No, he's not. I thought he was. I was looking forward to that. Dixon and Shadow. Everyone else has finished, by the way, so you finish in order elsewhere. Is Thundercat in 9th, Chris Mack 10th, and P is going to finish 11th. The 2 drivers still out on track. The 2 drivers that were closest on track, so Shadowhunter and Dixon. Shadowhunter's just got the chicane left now if he wants 7th. He's been reeling him in at a rapid rate, but he's just not going to be able to get the move made. Dixon's just going to have the better of him this time round. 7th place for the Hungarian driver. Oh, they just stop on the line there. I don't know why. That's Goodwood, ladies and gents. Quick outro, nothing too dramatic. There's nothing really I need to mention in this one. The next race we went to a fictional circuit, St Croix C. So reverse grid race. I'll cover that in a completely separate video, which I'll stitch together in the coming days. I've not watched it yet. I've no idea what it likes or who wins it or anything like that. So you'll just have to tune in and find out. At the end of that, I'll give you a points update. And the next round, which takes place on Friday, we'll try and have a little bit of a preview as to what could happen with the table. It's going to be hard to work out the permutations, but I'll give it a go and see if I can figure out who the promotions might be and relegations and all that sort of stuff. So tune in for that, get subscribed, click like on the video, and all that wonderful stuff. And I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, see you later. Bye bye.